Hello, my loves. How are you all doing? Welcome to a new science lecture video. And as I told you last time, we're done talking about vertebrates. The last group of vertebrates that we talked about was the mammals group with its three different subgroups. Today, it's turn for the invertebrates, which are the animals that do not have a backbone. Before we talk about invertebrates, let's go for a quick revision about the vertebrates and the five groups of vertebrates: fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals are the five subgroups of vertebrates. Let's take a snake. Which group do snakes belong to? Snakes have dry, connected scales covering their bodies, so they are reptiles. That's right. Here is a penguin. Penguins are flightless animals. They have a beak, they have feathers, so penguins are birds. Correct. Elephants. Elephants are viviparous animals, warm-blooded animals. So, elephants are mammals. And to be more precise, elephants are placental mammals that give birth to young. Dogs. Dogs are covered with fur. So, they are mammals, placental mammals. That's right. A crocodile. Crocodile have a dry, scaly skin, so they are reptiles. Perfect. Lizards. Lizards also have a dry, scaly skin. They are oviparous, they are cold-blooded, they belong to the reptiles group. That's right. What about this beautiful bird? It has a beak or a bill. It has two legs with two wings. It's a bird. That's right. Goats. Goats give birth to young. They feed their babies milk. They are covered with fur. So they are mammals. Amazing. This tiny little frog with its shiny, slimy skin is an amphibian. Pandas. Pandas are covered with thick fur. They are warm-blooded. They are placental mammals. Perfect. Parrots. Parrots have two legs, two wings. They are covered with feathers. They have a beak or a bill, and they are birds. The steering. It has fins. It lives underwater. It breathes with its gills. The steering is a fish. Amazing job. What about worms, crabs, snails, sea stars, shrimps? What about all of the animals shown in front of you? What do you think? Do they belong to any of the vertebrates group that we just talked about? Are they fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals? No, they are not. We cannot put them in any of these groups since these animals have no spine. They do not have a backbone. They do not have a spine or a vertebral column. They have no bones. These are invertebrates. There are five groups of vertebrates, and invertebrates also have subgroups. Some of the subgroups of invertebrates are mollusks, insects, worms, sponges, and today's lesson is about insects. Insects such as flies, butterflies, ants. So, what about insects? Ants are insects, and the insect's body is divided into three parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. So, all insects have three parts. Their bodies are divided into three parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Insects have 6 legs, 3 legs from each side. So, all insects have 6 legs. These legs are attached or connected to the thorax, to the second part of their bodies. Insects have also antennae. These antennae are used to smell and to find food. The antennae are found on the insect's head. Since insects have no bones, so they need something to protect them, right? What protects the insects' bodies? They are covered with an exoskeleton. They have no bones, but they have an exoskeleton protecting their bodies. Some insects like bees, dragonflies, mosquitoes have 2 or 4 wings, and they use them for sure to fly. Insects have a special kind of eyes called compound eyes. Insects, as I said, have an exoskeleton, but this exoskeleton doesn't let them grow enough. So they need to switch. They lose the old exoskeleton and they grow a new one. This is called molting. So when an insect gets too big, when an insect grows, it needs a new exoskeleton. So insects take off the old exoskeleton, as you can see here in the pictures, and they grow a new one. This is called shedding or molting. Insects shed their exoskeleton, they molt. What about the life cycle of an insect? Insects are oviparous animals. Adult insects, big insects, lay eggs. Then a larva hatches out of this egg. The larva turns into a pupa, and then the pupa grows into the adult insect. Here is in front of you the life cycle of a butterfly. So the adult butterfly lays eggs. Since insects are oviparous, a larva goes out of the egg. The larva becomes pupa, and then the pupa grows into an adult. So repeat with me: egg, larva, pupa, adult. Again: egg, larva, pupa, adult. One more time: egg, larva, pupa, adult. Excellent job. Let's together label the parts of the insects to finish this game. Okay? Let's start.
Choose the correct answer.
Which part of the butterfly is this? It's the third part, the abdomen.
Choose the correct answer.
What are these? This is an antenna that helps the insect find food and smell.
Choose the correct answer.
Insects have a special kind of eyes, compound eyes.
Choose the correct answer.
This is the head of the butterfly.
Choose the correct answer.
I think this is also the head of this insect.
Choose the correct answer.
Which part of the insect is this? The leg. Excellent.
Choose the correct answer.
Which part of the fly is this? A leg. Good job.
Choose the correct answer.
This is the mouth of the insect.
Choose the correct answer.
So the body of an insect is made of 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. I think the arrow is pointing to the thorax.
Choose the correct answer.
This is the last part of the body of this insect, so it is the abdomen. That's right.
Choose the correct answer.
Some insects have parts to fly. These are the wings of the bee. We're done. Well done, guys. Help me label the body parts of this insect. Let's start. What are these? The antennae, that's right. They are found in front of the insect's head to help the insect smell and find food. What about this? The head. Good job. It's the first section of the insect's body. What about these? Insects have 6 legs. Perfect. And these legs are connected to the thorax. What is this? What do we call the middle part of an insect? It's the thorax. Perfect. Look at this. Insects do not have bows, but they have something else to protect them. What is it called? The exoskeleton. Good job. What about this? What do we call the third section of the insect's body? The abdomen. Perfect. We still have spiracles, which are the openings for smelling in an insect's body. Let's check the answers. They are all correct. Well done. Let's recap. The ladybug is an insect. Insects show 3 parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The legs are attached or connected to the thorax. The ladybug has 6 legs since it is an insect. It has 2 antennae connected to its head, and these antennae help the insect smell and find food. Ladybugs have no skeleton, but they have an exoskeleton protecting them. Insects have compound eyes. Insects are oviparous. They lay eggs. So look at the adult ladybug. The adult ladybug lays eggs. A larva hatches out of the egg. The larva becomes a pupa, and the pupa grows into an adult, and then the life cycle starts again and again. Insects are also cold-blooded. Their body temperature depends on the surrounding. Some insects, such as ants, are considered as social insects. Look at this figure. This is me, this is your teacher, standing in front of an ant colony. This is the ant house, the ant hill. Let's watch this video together. In the ant colony, all ants live together and they depend on each other. They raise and care for the babies. They help each other, so they have a well-organized life. In an ant colony, you will find a queen. Usually, an ant colony has one queen. Okay, most of the time, the ant colony has one queen. The queen is the biggest, is the largest ant, and it's a female. It's a girl, it's a female. The female has wings. At the beginning, when it leaves its parents' house, let's say, when it leaves the ant colony where it grows, it will go and find a good male to mate with. So the queen marries a male, and then the male dies. Then the queen goes and looks for a place to build its ant colony. It closes the wings and it starts laying eggs. So again, the queen is a female with wings. After marrying, after mating, the queen loses its wings and starts laying eggs. The only job of the queen is to lay eggs. Here are the drone, which is the male. Male insects, male ants are called drones. Drones have wings. They marry the queens and then they die a while after mating. In a short time after mating with the queen. Okay, so they have no job but marrying the queen. And here are the most important part of the ant colony, which are the workers. Workers are girls. They are female ants. They have no wings and they cannot marry other males to lay eggs. So they do not lay eggs at all. Their job is to provide food, take care of the ant colony, to protect the ant colony. They clean the rooms of the ant colony. They take care of the babies. They build new rooms in the ant colony, and that's it. Okay? So the ant colony has 3 different types of ants: the queen, the drones, and the workers. What about the ants? Ants live in colonies. In a colony, you will find a queen, which is the largest ant that lays egg. The drones, which are the males with wings that mate with the queen, and the female workers that are wingless, they have no wings, and their job is to care for the anthill. It does and performs all the jobs that keep the ant colony alive and healthy. Ants breathe via holes in their sides. They have tiny holes to breathe, and they have 2 stomachs. One stomach to eat and another one to bring food to the anthill. So, as you know, ants collect food and store them in the ant colony. So, ants have 2 stomachs, one for them to eat and the second one to bring food to the ant colony. Here is the life cycle of an ant. The queen, after mating, loses its wings and lays eggs. Larvae hatch out of the eggs, so egg larva, then the larva grows into a pupa. The pupa will grow into a female worker that will stay in the ant colony and care for it. A male drone that will leave the ant colony because it has no job but mating the queens. Or a queen that will leave the ant colony, look for a male to mate with, and then after mating with a male, it loses its wings and lays eggs, and the life cycle starts over and over. Ants communicate with each other. They talk with each other. How do they do this? There are many ways for the ants to talk with each other. Ants communicate by touching their antennae against each other, by producing things called pheromones. They are like perfumes. So when they find food, for example, they produce pheromones to tell other ants that they found food. And also, if the ant colony is in danger, ants produce pheromones. So when other ants smell the pheromones, they will know that the ant colony is in danger. So ants communicate with each other via different ways: touching, vibration.
Hi, Odie. Did you find an anthill? Wow! Look at all these ants! Odie, do you want to find out more about ants? The ants that we see outside are only a small number compared to all the ants below the soil. These huge groups of ants are called colonies. A single colony may contain thousands, even millions of ants. Every ant in a colony has a specific job. Worker ants are small ants that are responsible for everything from digging and repairing the tunnels, to gathering food, to caring for the young ants. All of the worker ants are females. The male ant's job is to fertilize the queen. They are larger than the worker ants, but not as large as the queen. The largest and most important ant of the colony is the queen. Her job is to lay eggs. There are 4 stages in an ant's life cycle. The queen lays her eggs. After a few days, the eggs hatch into larvae. Each larva spins a silk cocoon around itself. Inside the cocoon, the larva grows into a pupa. A few weeks later, full-grown ants hatch out of their cocoons. An ant's body is divided into 3 main sections: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The abdomen is where an ant's stomach is stored. Ants have 6 legs and have claws at the end of each leg. On top of the ant's head are 2 antennae. These antennae, called feelers, are used to smell, touch, taste, and hear. Ants also have 2 jaws, the inner jaw and the outer jaw. The inner jaw is used to chew food, and the outer jaw is used to grip and carry objects. Ants communicate by releasing a scent called pheromone. Once the worker ants have found a good source of food, they leave a scent behind, creating a scent trail leading back to the colony. Wow, Odie! Ants are amazing!
Odie's Art Corner.
Odie, did someone send you a drawing? Wow! Let's see who it's from! This beautiful drawing is from Tanis. She is 8 years old, and she's from Florida in the United States. Thank you, Tanis, for the amazing drawing. See you next time.
Pheromones. So that's it. This is our lesson. We talked about invertebrates. We said that an insect's body is made of 3 parts: head, thorax, abdomen, with 6 legs, 2 antennae. Some insects are wingless, and insects shed their skin. What are some examples of insects? Ladybugs, cockroaches, ants, praying mantises, grasshoppers, and much more. The life cycle of an insect: egg, larva, pupa, adult. Ants communicate with each other by touching and by producing pheromones. In an ant colony, you will find a queen, drones, and workers. The queen lays the eggs, the drones mate with the queen, the workers perform all the jobs to keep the ant hill healthy and growing. Ants breathe via holes found on the sides of their bodies, and they have 2 stomachs, one to consume food and the other one to bring food to the colony. And we're done. For your questions, I'm always available. I love you. Bye bye.